Luntha vision where innovation meets experience. Our dedicated team, backed by cutting-edge technology, ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium, and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kriyekilie 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
The key to growth and development for every nation in the world is a better plan. Not just any plan, but a well-implemented one. And of course, development partners. Who are Malawi's development partners and what are they doing? To know more, tune into Malawi's Development Partners MDP with me, Kathy Matura, on Luntha TV.
Luntha Television, bringing wisdom into your home.
Luntha TV is now on Zuku Channel 51. You can get yourself a Zuku decoder from the Luntha TV offices in Area 2, Lilongwe, and from all the St. Manford bookshops across the country in Kasungu, Lilongwe, Salima, Dedza, Balaka, Zomba, Mulanje, Blantyre, Chikwawa, Mwanza, and Mangochi. For more information, contact 0883 815 055 or 0.
You are watching Luntha Television and it's time for news. My name is Helbert. And first, let's have a look at our top stories.
Catholic Church leader Pope Francis interacts with hundreds of comedians in Vatican. Led Vice President Dr. Saulos Chilimas Bode now at Harriet Hall for official residences. Seated a cause for independent investigation into Chilimas' plane crash. And in our exclusive report this week, Charity Chilanga discusses the Malawi Constitution surrounding its predicaments on the death of the sitting Vice President.
And more other stories to stay tuned in.
Report this week, Charity Chilanga.
Worldwide to cheer up people and help them see reality with all its contradictions. The Pope made the remarks on Friday morning when he met with more than 100 comedians from around the world at the Vatican in Italy. The Pope said comedians are among the most well-loved and applauded entertainers, and so they have and cultivate the gift of making people laugh. We have the details.
The Pope spent time greeting comedians from around the world and exchanging a few jokes with them. But he also delivered a personal message. He emphasized their ability to make people smile in the midst of difficulties and to hold those in power accountable without fear-mongering.
Riuscite a far sorridere anche trattando problemi, fatti piccoli e grandi della storia. denunciate gli eccessi di potere, date voce a situazioni dimenticate, evidenziate abusi, segnalate comportamenti inadeguati, ma senza spargere allarme o terrore, ansia o paura, come fa molta comunicazione. Voi svegliate il senso critico facendo ridere e sorridere.
Before ending, the prayer for good humor of St. Thomas More, which the Pope himself often recites, was read by an Italian actress who said this to the Pope.
Intanto grazie a nome mio e di tutti i miei colleghi. Ci ritroviamo sempre solo ai funerali, questa volta un momento di gioia. Grazie.
Before closing the meeting, it is tradition for the group to take a photo with the Pope. But a serious environment for the picture didn't last for too long.
The Catholic Marine Association in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe has organized a farewell mass for the late Vice President, Dr. Saulos Chirima, on Saturday. CMA says the mass will be held at the Vice President's residence in Area 12, Lilongwe. Chirima will be laid to rest on Monday in Cheo District. Emmanuel Chosha reports.
Dr. Chilima was a devoted Catholic and a member of a Catholic Men Association, an umbrella body of all men of the Catholic Church, and the association remember him as a great man who was always available to serve in various ways, including liturgy and singing. According to Gibson Nkanda, chairperson of CMA in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe, Dr. Chirima was a regular attendee at daily masses. Even when he was outside the country, he would always try to find a Catholic church to pray and attend Mass. Nkanda described Dr. Chilima as a loving and dedicated member of CMA, and the association wants to bid him a fitting farewell with a special Mass to pray for his soul to rest in eternal peace. The farewell Mass will begin with the Way of the Cross, which was a devotion dear to Dr. Chilima's heart. The CMA will also pray the St. Joseph Litany to pray for the soul of their beloved brother. Nkanda has since urged all CMA members in the Archdiocese of Lilongwe to attend the farewell Mass in large numbers to pay their respect to Dr. Chilima. For Luntha News, this is Emmanuel Georgia.
Late Vice President Dr. Saulos Chilima's remains are now at Area 12 official residence with the military honor. The body arrived just after 5 p.m. from St. Patrick's Catholic Parish in Lilongwe, where a mass was conducted. A gunshot was sounded at around 5:38 p.m., signifying the fall of darkness, ending the day. Robert Edward explains more.
We are at the official residences of the Vice President, Dr. Saulos Chilima, in Area 12 in Lilongwe, and the body of the late Vice President has arrived at somewhere around 26 minutes past 5. It was the time that it got out of the MDF vehicle and entering into the house behind. And after some 10 minutes or so, we heard the Malawi Defense Force announcing that because this is the state funeral, they are going to do one gunshot tonight, and they have done so, and that they're going to do the same in the morning. Here are songs of grief, songs of sorrow, coupled with songs of culture from the Masekongoni clan, singing, honoring their impi Biemi, Dr. Saulos Kraus Chilima. There are faces of the notable people here, including the Budget and Finance Committee chairperson, Gladys Ganda, who, when we approached to talk to her, declined because she said her eyes are filled with tears because she has once worked with the late Vice President. We have seen different people, including lawyers, Dr. Jogosa Surungwe, who was the lead lawyer in the election case that took place in 2019 when the late vice president was the first petitioner when they were contesting electoral irregularities. And now at around 6 o'clock is when the mass from the Catholic Church is going to start, because the MDF has announced that the program has now been handed over to the church to take over from here. People, women, men wearing party regalia, especially those of the UTM, are the ones that have been spotted here together with other parties, but most visible are those for the United Transformation Movement, which was the party which was founded by the late vice president. Before coming here at around 4:45 is when the body of the late vice president started off from St. Patrick's in area 18 Lilongwe, coming here in area 12, and along the way there were different people standing along the road waving, saying goodbye to their late vice president. And before the St. Patrick event, the body was taken this morning from Goodwill Funeral Services in area 4 in Lilongwe, going for the mass at St. Patrick's. And all the way there were people as well crying and giving their respect to the late vice president. The program, according to government, is that after today, Friday, tomorrow, that is going to be on Saturday, the body will be taken to Malawi Parliament for body viewing, and there will be ceremonies there before the body being taken to the Bingu National Stadium on Sunday, where people will also be given a chance to see or to pay their last respect to the late vice president. And that will be before now carrying the body to Nsipe in Isheu, where the burial will take place. The nation is in grief. From area 12, official residence of the vice president, this is Robert Edward.
The Center for Democracy and Economic Development Initiatives has joined the nation in mourning the tragic loss of the Vice President, Dr. Saulos Klaus Chilema, former First Lady, Dr. Patricia Chanel Zimbiri, and 7 others who perished in a plane crash on Monday. CIDED has since urged government to establish an independent commission of inquiry to investigate the circumstances. Fales Chizombe reports.
In a statement released and signed by Sylvester Namiwa, Executive Director, CIDED argues that the government cannot investigate itself and is calling for external assistance, particularly from the German government, where the ill-fated plane was manufactured. CIDED is also questioning the country's resilience and priorities, citing the resilience on fallen aircraft during the Cyclone Freddy, response and the transportation of the Vice President's remains. The statement further demands that the black box data be retrieved to provide answers to the many questions surrounding the tragedy, expressing the concern over attempts to suppress voices and information related to the accident, including technical experts who could have provided vital information during the search and rescue efforts. The pressure organization recommends a sense of agency in the investigation. Chakwera declared 21 days national mourning, which ends on July 1st, 2024. For Luntha News, this is Fales Chizombe.
You are still watching news right here on Luntha Television and on our various social media platforms. My name is Helbert Katanda. Do stick around as we'll be back shortly after the break.
Luntha Television stands as an autonomous faith-based broadcaster with a national and international reach. Experience the difference with Luntha Television, where innovation meets experience. Auto-educated team backed by cutting-edge technology ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kliye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
The Intercongregational Institute, ICI, is a formation community and an institute of philosophy and religious studies founded in 1986 by the Association of Men Religious in Malawi, AMREM, which is under the jurisdiction of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi, ECM. As a constituent college of the Catholic University of Malawi, CUNIMA, ICI was established to provide for religious and missionary societies in Malawi who aspire to be religious. The institute is now calling for applicants to enroll into the new program of Bachelor of Arts degree in religious studies. The program commences in the 2024-2025 new academic year in August this year. Admission requirements include evidence of proficiency in English, 6 credits in MACE examinations, including English or its equivalent, and an aggregate of not more than 30 points. Students holding less than 6 credits may be admitted as free auditors, but may not take exams and will be given only a certificate of attendance, which cannot be used to pursue further studies. Send your applications now to be considered for this program. For more information, contact the Dean of Studies on +265 987 713 457. Email deanofstudies.ici@gmail.com. Intercongregational Institute, ICI, for God's glory and fullness of life.
Welcome back. Now let's have a look at our top stories once more before we proceed.
Catholic Church leader Pope Francis interacts with hundreds of comedians in Vatican. Led Vice President Dr. Saulos Chilimas Bode now at Area 12 official residences. Seated, a cause for independent investigation into Chilimas plane crash. And in our exclusive report this week, Charity Chilanga discusses the Malawi Constitution surrounding its predicaments on the death of the sitting Vice President.
Moving on, hearing of defense case on misprocurement of resources involving former Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority Chief Executive Officer and business lady Dorothy Shonga will resume in August. This follows a motion which is scheduling proceedings on Friday before Chief Resident Magistrate Madalitso Jimwaza, where defense lawyer Oscar Tauro asked the disclosures of some documents within Malawi Revenue Authority's custody. Chief State Advocate Dzikondyantu Malunga says the matter delayed a resumption as the previous presiding magistrate is now a judge at the High Court. Robert Edward reports.
Two cases involving misprocurement conduct of former Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority Mera boss Collins Magrassi were both being handled by the then Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chira, now judge of the High Court, and following his current role, the cases needed to be transferred to the current Magistrate's Chief in Lilongwe, Madaliso Jimwanza, hence the quietness and stir of the proceedings. But on Friday, both defense and the state met with the court to map the way forward, including on the procurement case involving Magrassi and business lady Dorothy Shonga, which involved contract amounting to more than 150 million kwacha, according to state lawyer. But lawyer for Dorothy Shonga, Oscar Tauro, says as defense, they have requested some documents in Malawi Revenue Authority's possession, which is relevant to their defense.
So today it only came for a mission, but we applied to the court that when our client was arrested, the MRI took all the documents that are very crucial for our defense. Therefore, our client would not be able to defend herself until these documents are provided. So we'll be able to competently represent her if these documents are furnished. And the court has agreed to our prayer and directed that we should disclose the names or the particulars of those documents that are requested for, and the state should furnish those documents within at least 7 days before the date of hearing.
State lawyer Dzikondyantu Malunga says Magrassi is answering misprocurement charges regarding purchase of fuel testing machines at Mera and another case involving Shonga contract to supply materials which was awarded in a misprocurement manner.
First one is indeed where he is charged together with Dorothy Shonga, Mr. Maulidi, Bright, Mbewe. This case, as you recall, involves procurements that were made at Mera way back when Dr. Magrassi was the CEO. So this matter has for some time been stagnant because the magistrate who was handling the matter is now judge. To 1st and 2nd August 2024, where now the defense will start parading their witnesses, will start tendering evidence in their defense. The second case is where Dr. Collins Magrassi is being charged with Bright Mbewe. This concerns the procurement of a mobile fuel testing van.
The cases will resume on 1st and 2nd August and 29 and 30th August respectively. Magrassi and Shonga, together with two other former Mera employees, were arrested and the court found them with a case to answer. For Luntha, this is Robert Edward.
Foundation for Civic Education and Social Empowerment, a local non-governmental organization in Balaka district, says it is committed to empowering girls through a safe space project. Speaking on Thursday, during the graduation of 248 girls at Sub-Tradition Authority Chakanza ground, the organization's communications and advocacy officer, Annette Nalikungwi, said the girls have been trained in different skills like gender-based violence. Andrew Nandolo has compiled this report read in our studios by Bernard Mwanza.
Nalikungwi said with support from Ireland Embassy through UNFPA Malawi, Forces is implementing technology empowerment and enhancing networks safe spaces in Sub-Tradition Authority Chakanza in Balaka district in order to empower girls with different skills, including gender and environment conservation.
the self-space mentorship program is actually a 6-month duration program where the girls meet once every week for 6 months, where they're being mentored on digital skills, where they're being mentored on gender-based violence, whether it is economic empowerment. So it is more of a training for them. So what we're doing here is actually recognizing that they have been with the mentors for 6 months and they have actually performed well, because at the end of the day we need to have an assessment of what they have learned in the safe space. After we've given them the certificates, we're now going to go into the second cohort where we're also going to recruit other girls so that we can also impart the same knowledge that we've given to them, but then to a different number of girls right now.
Baraka District Assistant Youth Officer Emmanuel Devete applauded forces for the training of the girls and said government has put in place measures to make sure that the youth are accommodated in their structures like youth clubs.
Government will see it that we have also other governing local structures. We have got youth network and youth clubs. We'll be working together with the already existing youth structures.
Joyce Mose, representing other graduates, said girls in Sub-Nutrition Authority Kanza have been facing many challenges as they did not know their sexual rights, but now Forces has opened their eyes and that they know what gender-based violence is and where to report.
Sigana mbili mavulo mwakumana nao ndiye azibambo amatoti fusile fe sigana situmafuna koma nthazi sangalalo ichi amapezera pomwayi zokuti apanga sikana chataki chikuapanga chipongwe.
Forces started the technology empowerment and enhancing networks safe spaces in 2023 as pilot project, but there is hope that under donor provision the project may be sustained up to 2025. However, the organization has embarked on sustainability of the project among the girls themselves.
The Football Association of Malawi has announced its decision to withdraw the Malawi national team's participation in the upcoming COSAFA tournament, scheduled for June 26 to July 7, 2024 in South Africa. A statement from FAM indicates that the decision has been made in light of the tragic passing of the Vice President Saulos Klaus Chilima and 8 others. The statement says the decision is also meant to observe a 21-day mourning period declared by the government. Tandiwe Mzumara reports.
According to the statement, FAM considers it insensitive to proceed with preparations and participation in the championship during this sorrowful period. It further states that the association will arrange a series of international friendly matches to ensure the team's continued preparation and competitive readiness. FAM's decision is a show of respect to the souls of those who lost their lives in the tragedy and solidarity with the bereaved families, the state president, and the entire nation. The association has since indicated that they remain committed to the technical development and growth of the national team, but prioritizes unity and sensitivity during this difficult time. The draw for this year's tournament has been done today, Friday. This year's tournament will be played under the same format, with 12 teams confirming their participation. The teams will be divided into 3 groups of 4 each. The group winners and the best runner-up will advance to the semi-finals of the tournament. For Luntha News, this is Tandiwe Mzumara.
As Malawi lowers the flag to half-mast and declares 21 days of mourning, all eyes are on President Lazarus Chakwera, eagerly awaiting his noble duty of appointing another vice president as per the law, following the sudden demise of the country's vice president, Dr. Saulos Chilima. The UTM founder is praised to have died on Monday in a plane crash within Chikangawa, close to Elephant Rock in Mzimba district. And this week's exclusive report, Charity Jilanga discusses the Malawi constitution surrounding its predicaments on the death of the sitting vice president.
Section 78 of the Malawi Constitution states that there shall be a President of the Republic who shall be head of state and government and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of Malawi. Section 79 indicates in its first clause that there shall be a first vice president, and subject to Section 80, subsection 5, a second vice president, both of whom shall assist the president, and who shall exercise the powers and perform the functions conferred on the first vice president or the second vice president, as the case may be, by this constitution or by any act of parliament, and by the president. However, Malawi has no second vice president which takes over from the first vice president, as the first clause of Section 84 suggests that if the first vice president and second vice president dies or resigns from office, the vacancy shall be filled for the unexpired period of that term by a person appointed by the president. This law expert Sylvester Ayuba James says needs to be done within a period of 7 days from the day a vice president is presumed to have died.
Well, the Constitution says that the president will fill that vacancy by way of appointment. The procedure prescribed under the Constitution is appointment, which there is no need for any election. And again, I must emphasize that the Constitution does not require that the president does consult with anyone. No.
In this case, however, President Chakwera is remaining with 4 days to meet the deadline. Chakwera is yet to comment or make an appointment. Dr. Saulus Chilima, who was the president of UTM Party, has died after serving as the president in the Tonsil Alliance-led administration for 4 years.
Has found the aircraft near a hill in the Chikangawa forest, and they have found it completely destroyed with no survivors, as all passengers on board were killed on impact. Words cannot describe how heartbreaking this is, and I can only imagine how much pain and anguish you all must be feeling at this time.
An aircraft Donia 228-20K belonging to Malawi Defense Force lost control at 10:10 a.m. on Monday, June 10, 2024. A quick assessment by MDF was instituted days after UTM Party expressed doubts on the matter.
The untimely departure has reverberated throughout the nation, touching the hearts of his unwavering dedication and also transformative vision for our country. As we navigate this difficult time, we want to update our members and supporters on the latest development and express our deepest condolences.
The state vice president died along with other officials from his office that include former First Lady Madame Patricia Chanel Zimbeli, Guard Commander Lucas Kapeni, Aide-de-Camp Chisomo Shimaneni, Chilima's medical doctor Daniel Kanyemba, Deputy Chief of Protocol Abdul Lapken, Pilot in Command Colonel Owen Sampalopa, Second in Command Flola Selemani, and Aircraft Engineer Major Was Aidin. The rest have been laid to rest in their respective home villages. Chilima will be laid to rest on Monday at his home village at Nsipe in Cheu District. Chilima joined politics in 2014 as Peter Mutharika's running mate, but later parted ways with the Democratic Progressive Party DPP and formed the UTM Party, which then ventured into a Tonsa alliance with the Malawi Congress Party ahead of the 2020 court-sanctioned presidential elections. He was sworn in together with President Chakwera on June 28, 2020.
I, Dr. Saulus Klaus Chilima.
Dr. Chilima had several times shown interest in contesting as the country's president.
And that item also concludes our today's news bulletin. But before we go, a reminder of our top stories.
Catholic Church leader Pope Francis interacts with hundreds of comedians in Vatican. Led Vice President Dr. Saulus Chilima's body now at Harriet Hall for official residences. Senate calls for independent investigation into which the mass plane crash. And in our exclusive report this week, Charity Jilanga discusses the Malawi constitution surrounding its predicaments on the death of the sitting vice president.
My name is Helbert Katanda. Thanks for watching, and it's goodbye for now.